So you have probably heard everybody talking about Clubhouse. They have been sharing and posting about the fact that they've got early access on various social media platforms. And if you don't know, don't worry, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. But first, my name is Jen Scott and I am the founding partner of Hustle+Heels, which is a business training and support community for underrepresented founders. And we help them essentially turn their side hustle into their main source of income. So let's get back to Clubhouse. The official name, Clubhouse Voice, is the new audio-based social media platform where you can essentially jump from various chat rooms having conversations with people you do and don't know. Think of it a bit like a podcast. So you can't essentially see anyone, but you can hear people, but it's live, right? So you can interact with the host, the speakers, meet loads of cool people, have great conversations. And once the conversation is done, that's it. It doesn't get saved, it gets deleted. There's absolutely no paper trail or no evidence. And also the fact that there are no photos, no texting, no communicating other than through audio. So you essentially have to be in it to be a part of the conversation, and this is the great thing about the app that has gained huge momentum in the last couple of months. Now, Clubhouse was founded in early 2020 by Paul Davison, a well-known Silicon Valley entrepreneur, and Rohan Seth, who is an ex-Google engineer. It was launched in San Francisco and they have already raised 10 million in Series A seed funding from two investors. The first of which was Andreessen Horowitz, who invested the 10 million in May 2020, and more recently Courtshack Investments, who have invested an undisclosed amount in July of this year. So we're not quite sure how much they have added to that 10 million that they received back in May. Now, the really interesting thing about Clubhouse is that back in May, it was valued at $100 million. Now, it was valued at that without a website. It was invite only, so you had to be invited and you'd have to register your interest using a Google form. It had less than 5,000 beta testers. There was no accessible app to download, and it was run by two employees, the founders themselves. Now I'm going to let that sink in, because for those of you out there who are perfecting this amazing idea, the next big thing, and not letting anyone know because it's not quite ready yet, they have been able to raise 10 million with no app or website. Now there is a Clubhouse app available in the Apple App Store that you can download and register your interest and reserve your username, which I quite like because, you know, when you're building, it's great to be able to quantify how much real interest there is to validate the idea or concept that you have. Now, there are a few things I want to point out here. When you do go to the App Store to search for Clubhouse, you will be presented with quite a few options. There is a purple and white one called Clubhouse.io, which is not the one that you're looking for if you're looking for the voice audio app. Clubhouse.io is a project management tool. It's also come out of Silicon Valley, and I really do hope that they benefit from all of the attention and publicity that is happening at the moment, bless them, because yeah, it's not the same one. Now there are a few other that look very similar to the Clubhouse app, so do be careful. There's especially one on the Android app store that I'm very suspicious about. The developer information doesn't look right, the reviews speak for themselves, and the whole interface just looks a little off to me. So do be careful, but that's just my humble opinion. If you have downloaded it and you've been able to access and use the app fine, then let me know. Now there is a Join Clubhouse website, but do not expect any bells and whistles there. It is a very simple Word document, newsletter looking website, but not to knock it, I'm sure it is receiving thousands of views a day and it serves its purpose. So again, for those of you who are out there perfecting this amazing idea that you're about to launch one day, get on with it, because this company has been valued at 100 million with a very basic newsletter looking website. So no more excuses. But anyway, how have Clubhouse managed to achieve all of this in such a short space of time? Now, I'm going to go through it with you, and I'm more than happy to also share my sources with you. If you are interested, simply email jengrowthhacks@gmail.com and I will have them all sent over to you, along with a bit of information about how to join Clubhouse if you are interested and haven't done so already. But how have they managed to do this? Well, they got some early traction from venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, and celebrities that made up that initial early user group to test out the concept. Now, it probably makes sense to have VCs using the app because you want money from them essentially. So if you get them to test the product, give their feedback, experience it, it's going to be more easier to ask them for money if they like it, right? In terms of entrepreneurs using the app, they're probably friends, family, Silicon Valley techies that they thought were going to find the app useful. So definitely wanted to get them involved. And the thinking behind using celebrities is the fact that they probably got the following, so it will generate great publicity and awareness for them. So how has that whole approach played out for them? Well, it was reported in a New York Times article that the VCs felt that this is the future of audio. So ever since, they have literally been scrambling to invest. In terms of the entrepreneurs, from my own experience and observations using the app, entrepreneurs are finding it really valuable as a great tool to stay connected and keep in the know. And as for the celebrities, well, keeps them popular, cool, and gives them something to talk about. Being early adopters, they've been talking about it on social media and various platforms that has generated much of that interest. Now, that is not the only driving force behind the success of the app. And the fact that it is an exclusive app and it's invite only has definitely played a huge part in its early growth and success. You essentially have to know someone who knows someone in order to get in. And once you do get in, you are given one invite to give away to a friend of your choice, which obviously comes with a whole load of glorified bragging rights. Now, the fear of missing out is a real thing, and it has definitely benefited them hugely because everyone is talking about it. People are on the waiting list, eagerly anticipating its launch when it goes live. Now, they've been able to achieve all of this without spending a penny on Facebook ads, Instagram, or SEO. Now, achieving virality, if that is even a word, and getting loads of users to sign up is nothing new. Back in 1996, early users of Hotmail helped them to generate over 1 million signups in their first year. Now, when Dropbox launched, they also grew by an amazing 3,900% in less than 15 months by using a really simple user referral program that enabled their users to give out a whopping 2.8 million invites. Now, we'll get into all of that another day, but it's very, very clear that the user referral approach has triumphed again. And more importantly, I hope it's got you thinking about how you can do the same to grow and launch your business. Now, when it comes to phones, I am team Android all the way. They're just better. But in order to get in on the Clubhouse action, I did have to confiscate Mother Dearest's iPhone and download the app to see what all the fuss is about. Now, I simply followed the instructions, registered my interest, reserved my username, and within 10 minutes I was granted access. So sorry to all you highly paid Clubhouse gatekeepers that are out here telling everyone you can't get in without an invite. I did it. But I will say one of my friends were already using the app and apparently somehow has nominated me or fast-tracked me to the front, even though I haven't told her that I'm on it yet. She knows I'm on it, but we haven't had that conversation. So I don't know, you try it out, see how it works for you, but it was really easy for me. And another friend had exactly the same experience getting in, so do try it out and let me know. Now, in terms of my own experience, it has definitely been a good one. I absolutely love the fact that I can sound professional and like I know what I'm talking about and look an absolute hot mess at the same time, because it's no one's business. There are also loads of groups that you can become a member of. There's loads of great conversations that you can take part in, and you don't feel pressured to participate. You can be a silent listener, and there's no pressure at all, as I said, to get involved if you don't want to. Now, according to Crunchbase, at the end of November 2020, so a couple of weeks ago now, there were on average around 10,000 web visitors a month, 96% of which were from across America, and 4% of which are interestingly from Nigeria, which you definitely get the sense of when you're using the app because of the inspiring group names and powerful conversations that are being had add, which for me has been an absolute added bonus. Now, I know in the UK, Clubhouse is gaining a lot of traction. There's so many more people using it. And again, in the rest of the world as well, there's a lot of momentum picking up. So I'm super excited to see what becomes of Clubhouse in 2021. Now, growth hacking is my thing. I am completely obsessed with finding out how companies, new and old, have grown and scaled. As I mentioned, I am more than happy to share my sources and how to join Clubhouse with you if you simply email jengrowthhacks@gmail.com. Make sure you put Clubhouse in the subject and I'll get everything sent over to you. But on that note, I'm going to finish up. I hope you have found this video useful. I'm now going to go away and do some more research on some other companies that I can come and talk to you about. And yeah, I guess I'll see you back soon.